But I don't know why I was in mute. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to True City Channel. Well, it's True City Fan Channel now. It used to be called Patrick Fan Channel, something like that. Well, I hope everyone is well. It's Champions League night. Well, for some teams, but we play tomorrow. We play Borussia Dortmund, and just decided to do a quick stream. Basically, just react to the Pep Guardiola press conference and Erling Haaland. Let's see what the guys were waffling. To be fair, most of this press conference, the questions are all the same. Not expecting anything different, but hopefully we can get some updates on the team in terms of match fitness. And also we probably going to do a bit of predict the starting 11. That's what people like these days, isn't it? I haven't watched the match conference just yet. I'm going to go through the quotes. I need to go and get to the. I need to check on the City website first. But yeah, hit the likes, drop your comments, see who's in here. Just 1 minute there. I'll be back. Sorry, had to go and turn the TV down a bit. Was way too loud. Someone is watching George the monkey. Big up, Chaos. How are you? You okay? How are you feeling? Chaos and we're gonna be doing a hate along. She likes to call it. I think we're gonna be doing Liverpool and Real Madrid. I'm not sure. There's not that many interesting games tonight, is there? Right, let's have a look. Who is playing tonight? Champions League. Napoli, Frankfurt. Nah, not really. KDB's injured anyway. Slavia Prague, Arsenal, shit game. Atletico Union Saint. I don't know what that is. Yeah, Tottenham, Copenhagen, Liverpool, Madrid. Yeah, there's quite a lot of shit games. Oh, fucking hell. There's Bayern Munich and PSG. That's an interesting game, that. Yeah, we're gonna be doing some hate along on that. I don't know who we're gonna hate between PSG and Bayern Munich. I guess it's gonna be PSG just for the sake of visiting company. But yeah, let's have a look at the press conference from Pep. Let's go on Man City website. Right, let's see what he's waffling this time. Oh, that's a big caption there. Well, like David Clayton. Who the fuck is David Clayton? World class and incredible humble. Guardiola on Haaland. Pep Guardiola has lavished praises on Erling Haaland. They like to use them buzzword, lavished. Ahead of Wednesday's Champions League clash with Borussia Dortmund, he was asked about Haaland has been named one of his City captains. See, I told you they're always the same. The same questions. They've asked this question before. Well, what say? It's difficult to find a real world class player who is incredibly humble and think what's best for the team. I know he wants to score goals, but I have a feeling he always wants what's best for the team, and that's difficult to find. He added that he has this ability, talent, kindness, whatever you want to say, and of course he has to score goals. That's the best way to help us. Well, he's been scoring goals, mate. What about the rest of your team? As your captain, be scoring goals. He only scored one this season, and he's on 3K a week, 300 grand a week. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, whatever. But he signed a new contract for 10 years and he's involved in many things. We will be there. That's his best saying. We will be there. What else does he say? The boss has explained how Haaland has become even more pivotal to his side, with a desire to help his teammates and at both end of the pitch. Well, that means his defensive side. What did he say? His presence in set bits is so tall and aggressive and supports us defensively. We try to allow him to run as less as possible as the effort because he's so big he cannot play every 3 days and make his big action for 30-40 meters. I think he's on about like the defensive side because we've seen like quite a lot of strikers in the Premier League. They're more like a defenders. Every time the team has their team don't have the ball, they split back like a defender to make it to help in that defensive shape. Obviously, with Erling Haaland, yeah, you don't want him to be running like 30-40 meters back just to defend. Like you're gonna try to save as much energy as possible because he's the main threat. He's the one who's been scoring goals. So you kind of need to keep him fresh in it. For when the team has the ball, he's ready to make those runs. He added that if we control the ball through the passes for 11 months, we handle those games, we survive, less injuries and everything. That's how it's possible to help us, and he's helping us. Well, you don't really need to do 100 passes to be honest. It just allow the opposition to have the ball sometimes. Be very well organized in defensive shape, and when you get the ball, get to players like Cherky, and Cherky will find Haaland. It's as simple as that, man. What else did they say? Is that it? Well, that's only on the Man City website. They didn't put the full press conference. It's cheeky buggers. Right, let's go and sit extra. They always do them. Sit extra. Is it sit extra on X? Let's see what sit extra says. They always keep saying up to date most sick goals contribution. I'm not interested in that. Do you know what I mean? Right. Let's see if we can share the screen on this thing here. Let's see. How do you share on there? Right. Let's see. Share screen. Right. Let's see if that works. Share. Let's see. Right. What does it say on here? Right, this is Erling Haaland. Well, let's before we go into Erling Haaland, let's see what Spep says. Regarding training, because obviously players had a day off today for some reason. He said we will train tomorrow morning. I've done it a few times, not a lot, but a few times. Sometimes I prefer it. Don't see each other. What do you mean you prefer not seeing each other? They have to see each other. They paid employees, man. It was such a big demanding game against Bournemouth. Was it? You played Swansea on Wednesday. You rest all your big guys, and you play against on Sunday. So you pretty much had a week off. It was Carabao Cup, really. You play John Stones and Aki and all that. And he said, and I prefer to stay at home. And tomorrow morning we train. All right, fair play. In Germany and in France, France, and all the people in the Champions League try to play on Friday to have more days. Right. Okay. I see. I think he means that in other leagues like Germany and France, the big teams in the Champions League, they play on Friday so they can have an extra day of rest. And he's complete. Here is the completely opposite. If I don't like it, I wouldn't train in England, and I would go to Germany and France. Well, you got to stay here, mate. You're on £20 million a year. So yeah, just in case they want me in this country, November, December, January, February is wow. I don't know if excited is the right word. Yeah, we've got quite a lot of games then in that time, don't we? But it's demanding, that's for sure. But in 1 decade in here, I've lived many, many times this situation. That's why you need to have a bigger squad. Yeah. And a bigger squad, that means quality, not Oscar Bob and Rico Lewis. Quality, man. Um, Pep Guardiola on appointing Erling Haaland as Man City captain. Good. Well, we said that on young Couto. Well, yeah, he's a Dortmund, isn't he? Yeah, proper baller, young Couto. I like the guy. I'm happy he's there. He came here. He was so young. He made an incredible impact with Girona in the best season in their history. And after Dortmund, always approach the young talents, invest enough to make an impact, sell them. I'm happy he's doing really well. Yeah, that was it from Pep, isn't it? The big guy, the big L up front. What he said. Right, let's see. There's quite a few quotes on the SIT website. Uh, he was asked about how is he feeling this season. Basically, all the question about Erling Haaland was boring. I watched a bit from Erling Haaland, and all they were asking it was just about his goal scoring records and whatnot. If he intends to beat them records and whatnot, it was pretty much the same, really. Same question, same boring questions, and same answer from the players and the manager. Nothing new, really. Said, I'm developing good. I'm a Norwegian guy, and for me, I should not think I am something just because I'm scoring goals. Simple as that. I'm just Erling Haaland, and this is something that will never change. Good man, top man. Erling Haaland on comparison to Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. No, not at all. I think you're better than Ronaldo, to be honest. Uh, not far off. No one can get close to them too. So no. Well, you're close to it. I think how many goals has Haaland scored? He's 24 and he's banged like over 300 goals in his career. Jesus. Um, Haaland on Cherky, he's a good guy with an amazing qualities, and we can all see it's about playing football and get the best out of everyone. It's the same with him. We need to help him in his free mind as a number 10 to help pass the ball to me to attacking players. Well, what are the attacking players? Bernardo Silva, he's spending more time next to Ruben Diaz. And Savio, well, you know what time it is with the Savio and Doku. He has this kind of special ability, which is difficult to explain. A little bit like Kevin De Bruyne. Well. Let's not get too carried away. A little bit like Kevin De Bruyne had, where he can find pass someone through whenever on the pitch. He's a special talent, and we need to help him develop even more because he can be really good. He looked quality against Bournemouth. I can't lie. Erling Haaland, it's not the first season. I'm never offside. Come on. I think from where I was, 1 second there. I'm back. I'm back. Right, let's crack on. It's not the first season. I'm never offside. Come on. I think from where I came to Man City, I've been offside 18 times. How do you know? Jesus, is it counting? So 18 times in 3.5 years is okay, I think. That's very good, man. It's a thing that's quite in my game, and I hate to be offside. If you're offside now with VAR, no chance. I think VAR has helped me even more. You get the decision simple as that. And when you barely go offside, it's a good chance that if there is an offside situation, most like you will not be offside. It's something I've been working since I was 13, and I'm still playing the same kind of way. Just now, I'm quicker, better, faster, and play for Man City instead of Barn, whatever it's called. Well, that was it, really. As I say, it's the same question, same answers, really. These people, they don't say anything else. Um, well, it's going to be quite an interesting game. Dortmund is not an easy team. I think there was a question from Pep Guardiola. He was asked about Joe Bellingham. He said, "I don't know." That's just PR. They were trying to push Pep to praise that guy. The guy's been shit. He's gone. I think he only had one assist the entire season. He's playing like 20 odd games. It's crap. That guy. Yeah. As I say, big up Predator, man. You're good. Um, yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting game. I feel like it is a game where I think we have to win. Just to obviously, if we win our next two games, it's Leverkusen and Dortmund at home. So we win our next two games, we're pretty much qualified because that'll be 5 games. There's going to be three left. So yeah, we're trying to get into that top eight, so we avoid to play that an extra game in January. So yeah, I don't know. With this game, I just feel like we have to keep the same back line. The only change I would make is in the midfield, maybe in the attack in the front three. But I would keep the same back line. Really, try not to change the back four way too much, because when we keep changing back fours is where we consider quite a lot of goals, because it's hard to like build a chemistry between players when you chop and change the back line. So O'Reilly, Nunes, and Vardy Diaz has been solid. So I would keep the same, because we need to build the same, because it's going to be pretty much the same back line against Liverpool on Sunday. So I would not try to change way too much. But what you guys think? I want to hear from the comments. Yeah, just drop your comments. What you're saying about how we should line up tomorrow. And what you basically expecting to see? Do you expect to see Savio and Doku, or do you expect to see Marmoush in the team? What do you think, man? I'm back, so I had to go and fill me drink. Um, let's see. Yeah, questions are really good. Yeah, man. No one asking really nice questions, difficult questions to the managers anymore, do they? Like, remember back in the day when, like, press conference used to be entertaining, like with Jose Mourinho and Wenger and whatnot. Like, no one's really challenging managers these days. I think it's just because they're scared because they might not be allowed to get back in the press room. Because let's face it, no one ask a question about Kusanov. What is it? Do you know what I mean? He was left out against Bournemouth, and no one seems to bother about asking question about him. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Yeah, man, it's the cringe as fuck, to be honest. Good response from Pep. Media acts like Bellingham brothers are centre. Yeah, so that's what they do. So the guy who asked, yeah, I reckon, yeah, do you know the guy who asked that question? Yeah, he was trying to push a PR for him because he's been absolute garbage for Dortmund. He's not been scoring goals. He's not. I think he's had one assist. Let me just have a look at him. What's his name? Is it Joe Bellingham? Yeah, Joe Bellingham's stats. Let's have a look for all the statisticians and whatnot. He played 9 games in the league. He scored 0 goals, 0 assists. 2 games in the cup, 0 goals, 0 assists, and 3 games in the Champions League, 1 assist. It's not been great, has it? So yeah, what happened is sometimes what these journalists what they do is they asking this sort of question from these players so they can get up quotes, yeah, and that quote gets shared on social media, like every single platform, and that pushes the PR. So his agent would make sure. Oh, Pep Guardiola is talking about Joe Bellingham. He's praising him, so that quote goes to Fabrizio, Dave Donnisty on them lot. So when it comes down to January or the summer transfer window, it's a big headline. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that's why they're asking. It's just a mad PR, to be honest, man. Liverpool fans are confident they will beat City and Madrid. Well, we're gonna find out on it. To be fair, yeah, I can't remember last time we beat Liverpool at home because last season we lost. The season before we drew 1-1, and in the treble season we won. Was it I think we won 3-1. Um, because I remember we lost 1-0 out in the treble season away was when Cancelo was at Cancelo and Salah. I don't know what he was doing in there. But yeah, that was the last. Yeah, was it 4-1? Yeah, we won 4-1 at home. Yeah, that was ages ago, man. It was ages ago. It needs to slap them on Sunday, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, that was ages ago. Um, Almost the same lineup. I would rest Vardy, play Kusanov centre back, Marmoush in for Doku, and Savio in for Bernardo for some width. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you there, bro. But see, that's the thing, though. I don't really like to change the backline too much. See, when you look around, some of the best teams we've ever had, like even during the treble season, even going back to the Centaurian season, we kind of knew the back four. Like I think in the Centaurians, Mendy got injured before Chelsea. That was September. Remember when we beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge 1-0, Kevin De Bruyne scored. That was the first game Fabian Delph went into left back. But ever since then, we kind of have a solid back line. Delph, Stones, Otamendi, Walker, then you obviously had Fernandinho protecting them. So since then, we kind of have it, and we had a good defense that year. Even in the treble season, at the back end, the second half of the season, he changed it to Ake, Kanje, Stones, and Diaz, and that kept solid. So the reason why he's been considered quite a lot of goals is because we keep changing the back line. Even on the four in the during the 4 in the row season, that season we conceded quite a lot of goals because if you guys remember, like most of the games were quite chasing. We were going 1-0 down early on in the games, and we were just chasing games all the time. That was because the back line, one moment it was Diaz and Akanji, the next minute was Vardy was playing mainly left back, but then it was Akanji and Ake, then Diaz and Nake, and the right back, one minute is Rico Lewis, then the next minute is Kyle Walker. He was mental. And last season, obviously, injuries played a massive part, but we never really had a solid back line, and like not solid back line, but a stable back four. Obviously, when in last season, second half of last season, we find Divadio, Diaz, Nico Riley, and we didn't have a solid uh, right back, but them three in the team, they look quite good. But the FA Cup came, or the Southampton game, that was before the FA Cup. He decided to change it. He decided that Kanji came back from injury. He decided to play Akanji in against Southampton, and he decided to play Akanji again in the FA Cup final. So and we didn't look solid against Crystal Palace, did we? So that's the problem. I don't really like change back line, man. If you look at like teams like Arsenal, yeah, they really good. They really good. One of the reasons why they're really good at the back is because you know their back four: Saliba, Gabriel, Timber, and the Italian fella Calafiore. And if they ought to change, they keep the same partnership at the back. They don't change them too much. You know what I mean? So that's something that we might need to start considering. And if you want to keep solid at the back, and it helps with your goalkeeper as well, because your goalkeeper knows exactly what players he's got in front of him and how they're going to position themselves if he's got the ball, for example. So yeah, I think I'm not too keen on change the back line just yet. I feel like with the form that Nico Riley and Nunes are, I think I would keep them as a fullbacks and keep Josko Vardio and Diaz unless there is an injury between them. No one has asked about Eight Nouri's form. Well, there's not much to say about Eight Nouri, is there, Predator? Because he only played one game against Swansea and he was injured for a few weeks. So I think it's going to take quite a few games for him to get back into form. And he hasn't played. He got injured against Spurs, if I'm not wrong. And Spurs was the second game of the season. Yeah, we played Wolves, Spurs at home. And then we played Brighton away. So yeah, he got injured against Spurs. So Spurs was like in August, man. So he hasn't played. It's now November, so he was injured for quite a long time. So maybe in the next few games, is he going to if he's going to international, if he's going to his national team, that would help in it because obviously, well, we not expect him to play against Liverpool. Let's face it, he's not playing against Liverpool. Not the way O'Reilly's been playing. Yeah, we've got tonight. I would give it a few minutes tonight. If you let's say if you're leading the game, let's say if you're leading by 2 goals, and then there's like 10 minutes to go, I would get him on the pitch, just get him up to speed. But yeah, nah. Listen, there's quite a lot. We've got even after international break, we've got Newcastle away. Then we've got Leverkusen at home, Leeds at home, Fulham away, Sunderland at home. These are games where we can get Riley a few minutes, even a start against Leeds, for example, or Leverkusen, and get him up to speed. But nah, listen, he didn't look good against Swansea, I must say. Listen, even Kusanov didn't look good, but I just think like when you just come back from injury, it takes time. It takes time. You don't want to be too rushed on him, and he left Sunderland and they're fourth in the Premier League. But There you go. And they say Job was the reason Sunderland got promoted. Nah, man. I was watching Sunderland yesterday, yeah, man, and Shaka, he's looking a player for them. So, can't lie, and they're doing well, man. They're fourth in the league. I think they've got 18 points. The 1 point behind us, and the way this league is crap, you don't even need 40 points anymore to stay up, do you? Like, you can just get it just above 30 points and you're gonna stay up. Like Wolves got two. They're going now. So they've got 18 points. They win a few more games and all of a sudden they look at staying in the Premier League, which is quite good for them. I like Sunderland, that to be honest. I like Sunderland. Don't mind them. I don't like Newcastle. Um, yeah, April 2023. That was when last time we beat Liverpool, man. That was a long time ago, bro. It's a long time ago. Ain't noticed it's so bad. He got rinsed against Wolves and Jones. See, the problem with Ain't yeah, we did know that he wasn't great defensively. Let's face it. Even at Wolves, the reason why he done well at Wolves is because when he was playing, he was in the back three. He was literally a wing back. So they didn't ask him to defend that much. And when they were facing a bigger team, um, most of the time they were defending deep, so they kind of have support from the wingers. So a Man City, because we press so high up the pitch, we kind of go man to man. And if you go man to man, then you need to be good at defending, especially if you're a fullback. So, to be honest, with 8-0, I don't think he has been too bad. I think he done okay on in the Club World Cup. I think he done okay against um against Wolf. It wasn't too bad against Wolf, but I think the game he was getting rusted was that he got rusted against Brighton. Remember he was going up against Minter. Bro, that guy, yeah, he was causing lots of problems. But yeah, I wouldn't judge him just yet because obviously he's a new signing and we need to give him time to adapt and whatnot. And to be fair to him, he's been playing in a defense that has been changed quite a lot. So and a midfield that has been quite inconsistent. To be fair, because one of the things that helps your back line is a stable midfield. And I think against Brighton, Rodri played against Wolves. Did Rodri play against Wolves? Did Rodri play against Wolves? I can't remember. Did he play against Wolves? When? Or was it Nico Gonzalez? I can't even remember. Let's go to Wolves. Was first game of the season. Did Rodri play there? No. So it was the Johnny Reinders against Wolves. Reinders and Gonzalez. Then you had Doku in front of him. So it's been quite a few changes, and even the fullback has changed quite a lot. So because he got injured against Spurs, and Marmoush played against Spurs, was Marmoush and Haaland and Bob. So nah, man, I think you'll be all right. Ain't no way. We just need to give him a bit of time. Um, I know everyone wants Roger to be back, but I feel like his shooting ability is gone with the injury. Mm, some same happened to KDB. I don't know with Rodri because the way he's been playing, it feels like some. Do you know when? Yeah, I kind of get the similarity because I feel like even when KDB was playing last season, especially in the first half of the season, he was kind of playing like he was scared to. He was kind of playing not to get injured, like not to get injured, and he was a bit scared in the field games. And I think it's understandable because when you've been out for such a long time, you need to remember that Roger was out for a year, man. So and he's 29, so he kind of has to think about his career really. And then I think next summer is the World Cup. So yeah, I think with Roger, he's gonna be okay, hopefully. Um, but to be fair, it's kind of good that even without Rodri, we're still looking forward to games, and that is a detrimental of Nico Gonzalez. And we need to give him his flowers. I don't know why Nico Gonzalez wasn't introduced to the team last season when we bought him to get up to speed, because it got to a point where top four was the target, and Pep Guardiola just basically went to what he knows and the players that he trusts rather than Nico Gonzalez. So it's kind of good that Nico Gonzalez is been putting the performance in. I think he's been one of our most important players right now, if you'll be honest. Um, so yeah, for the fact that we not really too concerned with Roger being out, just because based on Nico Gonzalez's performance, is a good thing, man. But yeah, I hear you on that. I hear you now, man. I hear you. Um, bro, we need to slap Liverpool this kind of win against Villa. Yeah, man, bro, they need a slap. I can't lie. They need like a proper slap. Yeah, and yeah, man, I think we're gonna win. It's all about team selections. It's all about team selection, in my opinion, because if you guys remember when we went to Anfield and he went to a double pivot between Bernardo Silva and bloody Rico Lewis. I was like, you're asking for trouble. And then he brought Nathan Ack as a left back. To be fair, Nathan Ack done well against Salah. And yeah, it will depend on the lineup. I feel like if he picks the right lineup, we beat them. And it's at home. We kind of have to win our home games now. And yeah, we need to win. We need to win against Liverpool, because I feel like, do you know what? Yeah, I don't feel like we can afford to drop any more points. I know the gap is only 6, but 6 points is still a lot. Do you know what I mean? We're still playing catch up, really. But obviously, Arsenal got some big games coming up in November, and after the international break. But we kind of have. I just feel like we need to win our games. We can't afford to drop any more points. Let's say if Arsenal loses a game, we can only afford to draw. Really, we cannot afford that going to Arsenal loses a game and we lose our fixtures as well. Do you know what I mean? And we kind of need to catch up, and we need to keep the gap as low as we can. If we can get between 5 to 7 points up until the second half of the season, where the games start coming thick and fast, then we've got a good chance, man. And we know how we're doing in the second half of the season. Even at our worst, yeah, even last season when we were pretty shit. If you guys go back to the second half of the season, I know we lost against Arsenal in February. Was it January or was it Feb? Can't even remember. We lost against Arsenal, but we drew 2 games, which was United away, which was the most boring game of football we've ever watched. Yeah, and we drew another game. I can't remember what it was against, but the rest of the game we won. Do you know what I mean? I think we won like 7 or 9 games. But yeah, we got to slap them, man. We got to beat them. Can't lie. Um, Madrid won't ignore it because he's closest to Marcelo profile going forward. Mm, is it though? Marcelo was a baller. Uh, he was class, man. Like his crosses were unbelievable, man. But yeah, listen, it's not like we paid 50 million for him. He cost like 35 or 32 mil. So there's no pressure on him to perform, really. I mean, if he's content to be a squad player, then yeah. But if he wants to be a first team player, there's quite a lot he needs to do, because if you look at Riley, it's not just that defensive, that 1v1 defensive side that he offers in that back line, but he also offers the height. especially in the Premier League with long throws and corners, set plays and whatnot. O'Reilly can deal with that. Do you know what I mean? If he going back to Arsenal game, Riley and Madueke, doesn't matter who was coming up against him, Madueke, Saka, he was quality, man. He was really good. Yeah, Hudson not scared to shoot outside the box bangers. To be fair, he hasn't had much shooting chances to do it, has it? Um, Arsenal don't look like they're dropping points. We need to stay close when the bottling begins. Yeah. I mean, the games they've been playing, you expect them to win. Maybe apart from Newcastle, right? We can't expect them to draw. But obviously they find a way to win. But when you like play teams like Bournemouth, not Bournemouth, Burnley, Sunderland, you can't expect them to win them matches. Do you know what I mean? But it just they quite the difference is they look quite solid this time, and they don't look like conceding. But it's still early days. It's still early days. It's only first half of the season, and so yeah, we just need to concentrate on ourselves, if I'm honest, and keep winning games, man. Keep winning games, as you said. We cannot afford to drop any more points because Arsenal, I don't think Arsenal will drop many points right now. Well, they don't look like dropping many points right now, but we just need to do our jobs because they played West Ham at home, Fulham away, and Palace at home. Which, in all fairness, these are London derbies, so you can't expect one of them teams to get something out of it. But it is what it is, man. But let's just win our games, innit? What do you think of Doku play, and would you start him against Borussia Dortmund? Um, well, I don't really rate Doku, if you ask me. I don't think he, ability wise, I think he can play. He's got the ability to play for a big team, but I don't think he's got the brain cells to do it. I don't think he's smart enough. But you can't really say much about footballers these days, do you? If you just say something that doesn't go according to the code, you get deemed as a hater, and they tell you got an agenda. So yeah, whatever. Do you know what I mean? Well, I would start him. I would start him against Dortmund. Why not? And because when it comes down, there's one thing I like to give players is a run of games. I know he he, he did okay against Bournemouth. He wasn't amazing. He did all right, but I would still. And the game before he didn't play, I think he came off in the first half. In the second half against who did we play in the league? Against Aston Villa. Was it Aston Villa? Yeah, it was Aston Villa. But yeah, I would give him another run of games just to see what he can do. But yeah, I just feel like we need better wingers, man. Do you know what I mean? I just don't feel like this wing like Bob, Savio, and Doku. Just don't feel like they're good enough, man. Especially like if you look at like players like Cherky, you can see quality, but with Doku, yeah, you can see he's got quality, but when he comes down to that final third or that final ball, or keep your head up to put like to find that pass, you don't seem to find it. You know what I mean? Like it's the same with Savio. They get into good positions, but the head just down. Like they're always looking at the ball rather than looking what's around them. Do you know what I mean? Like and with Doku, he always does the same: run into the byline, put a cross in. If the cross hits the first man, whatever. If the cross the crosses are never on point with him, are they? Bro, yeah. Big up on the road, man. You good? FCB Cooler. Yeah, man. I'm good, bro. How are you? You good? Yeah. There's more pressure on Flo Piatti before. Yeah, yeah. I said it. I said it. I said it back in April, and a lot of people were having a go at me. I told I don't think Florian Wirtz was is a good player, and I was watching him. Yeah, that was I think that was the big like first week of April because I had to take like annual leave at work. I had to take like a week off, but I didn't have that much. I didn't have that much money. I was thinking like going on a holiday and what. I was thinking I was planning to go to Portugal, but in the end I didn't have enough money. But I was like, I was just chilling in that, and then I was watching highlights from. I was watching Leverkusen highlights, and because we were linked to him at the time, and I was like, okay, let me go and watch him because I don't really watch. I wasn't watching for highlights. I was watching the full games. I was literally rewatching the game, but I was selecting games. I was only watching like Bayern Munich, Leverkusen, and Dortmund, Leverkusen. You know what I mean? That just the good games. And after I watched that, and I was like, I don't see £100 million player on him. I don't know why people are getting so gassed about him, but I was getting cooked here because I preferred Morgan Gibbs White because remember when we were linked to Morgan Gibbs White, and I prefer Morgan Gibbs White over Vet, and I was getting cooked for that because when I was watching games, yeah, I was kind of seeing the same performance. Foreign Vets is the kind of player that he will have moments in the game, but his overall performance is just garbage. Let's face it. But yeah, I'm glad we got Cherky and for a better price to be fair, 35 mil. Do you know what I mean? And with the Vert, the I think the price, the salary and the signing on fee that they wanted City to pay was kind of higher than Liverpool, so they were just trying to get as much money as they could from us. So, but in the end, Viana done his thing and told them to go to France, innit? Yeah, Haaland can be scary, bro. Yeah, Haaland's a bad boy, man. Haaland's a bad boy. One injury to Declan Rice and they finish. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think Declan Rice he's been their best player. I think it's been one thing that Declan Rice been doing that he wasn't doing much last season. He's been dropping to that hold midfield position just to support Zubimendi. You know, with Thomas Partey last season, Thomas Partey was just an unbelievable player. But with Zubimendi is a bit lightweight, and he's been get caught up out of possession quite a few times in the Premier League. But yeah, Declan Rice's been good, and he's crossing. Oh my days, yeah, that guy, yeah, he can cross the ball. He can take a corner. Yeah, it's all his corners are always on point. Yeah, it's not like fucking four of them, and he's taking a corner. Can't even get past the first man. Or Bernardo Silva, he just passes straight to the goalkeeper. Declan Rice is just in the penalty spot. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. It's mad, man. It's the reason why we're linked to him. Do you know what I mean? But obviously, we didn't want to pay £100 million the other way. So yeah, Mamush has been very underwhelming this season. Well, he hasn't been playing much, has he? Didn't do much since Bournemouth last season. Ghosted in the Club World Cup. Yes, he came back from injury, but he started scoring more goals. Well, in order for him to start scoring more goals, you kind of need to give him a run of games. You can't just expect him to play another Carabao Cup game once a month, and the next game he's on a bench. He needs to kind of find a rhythm, give him a few more games give him a few more games because it's not acceptable that a player like Marmoush has been playing less game than Savio or even Oscar Bob. Do you know what I mean? It's not acceptable. So for me, Marmoush is the type of player. It's the second best goal scorer we have in the squad. If he's fit, he plays for me. It's simple as that. Ryan is so frustrating. He gets into the right position and fumbles every time. Yeah, true, man. That's very true. Yeah, it's just that final ball or the final action and in the final third that it's lacking. But it's been okay. I think it just need to give him a bit more time. To be fair, yeah, I think he looked so much better when he came on against Bournemouth. He did. But yeah, it's been a decline. Grealish and Palmer, Suckley, Overt. Jack Grealish is a baller, man. I thought Foden should be benched for Cherky when everyone is fit. Well, Marvin, you cannot say that. You cannot say that. Otherwise, they'll come for you. Do you know what I mean? You cannot say a bad word about the star boy. Do you know what I mean? You cannot say that. When everyone's fit, but now I'm realizing he needed the balance. Yeah, man. I think the midfield look okay. But yeah, I think we just need to find a way to get Marmoush into this team. I feel like it will help Erling Haaland quite a lot. If you have two players, because if you look at Marmoush, yeah, he kind of make the same type of runs as Haaland does running behind. So, if we can get two players that can do that on the pitch, and you got Cherky in behind them, we're gonna cook, man. You're gonna cook. Um, yeah. To be fair, Patrick's brain cells are not working really well these days, have they? Are they? Let's face it. I think because the guy's been spending more time in the hospital, he just chatting crap. Don't listen to him. I am pissed that we still waste for inset. Bro, bro, I've been saying for like 2 years now, yeah. Every time we got a corner, yeah, just give the ball to the opposition goalkeeper for a goal kick rather than waste 3 minutes, yeah, in attempting to score from a corner. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Oh, big man like Steve. What you say, my G? You good, yeah? Long time no speak, man. Hope you well. For the next will come for your heads. There you go. They'll come for you, bro. Do you know when it comes down to Foden, it's best not to say much, innit? But it's been okay. It's been okay. He's doing okay. Uh, I was hearing someone, I think was Sparkle, was just saying he was amazing against Bournemouth. What do you mean amazing? It's like what did he do that was amazing? Do you know what I mean? See the problem with Foden, there, these people now if you see on social media now he's a cam now he's a central midfielder. So they went from false nine to winger to number 10 because they were having a goal at so was it Southgate? Who was the England manager in the Euros? Was it Euros we played? Yeah, Euros. Well, Southgate, because he was dropping stinkers after stinkers. So they were calling, no, he needs to play central in a number 10 because he needs to receive the ball in turn. So this season the goals has dried up, and all of a sudden he's now a central midfielder. So he's not a number 10 anymore. So yeah, maybe if he doesn't start scoring, if he goes, yeah, the entire November without scoring a goal, they will say he's a DM. So yeah, whatever. But he needs to start scoring goal, man. So he's on 250k a week. Him and Bernardo are the players I'm watching them closely because one is on 300k, yeah, and he does fuck all really, and the other's on 250k and is the most protected player in the entire history of the football club. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, they need to start scoring goals. That's what I can say. Our set piece and corners will come good later, bro. Stop lying to yourself, man. We've been watching City for years, man. We never be good at any of those, man. When is it later? Yeah. We are forced to 8 game week until we get good to my structured physically. Yeah, man. This is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. He's been amazing, so let's just run with that. But yeah, I just think he's been just above average to be honest. But yeah, look at yeah, man. Big up Steve. No, Patrick is fine. Yeah, he's fine. I was talking to him a few minutes ago. He's all right. He's just in the hospital. I think he just needs to. I don't even know why he pays rent anymore. I just feel like he shouldn't be paying rent anymore. Do you know what I mean? He just because hospital are free. So yeah, in this country anyway. Um, Southgate death affected Foden, in my opinion. What do you mean affected Foden? In what way? Hmm. Forget about the Euros, yeah. If you're saying Southgate affected Foden, forget about the Euros, yeah. What about last season? Last season he didn't play for Southgate, did he? He was playing for City. Every position we have someone better than 47 if I speak. I see. He's a good player. Can't lie. The games where we kind of need him really, but I just feel when you go against opposition teams, we need players that um can go into a physical battle. For example, if you go back to the game against Arsenal, he was really poor, to be honest. He didn't really do much, did he? Because he was going up against the physical team. And if you look at Arsenal's midfield, it was Superman, pardon me, Rice and Marino, whatever his name is. And then they brought in Eze. Even so, like Arsenal with Rice and Zubimendi there, the kind of teams that they like to go physical. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the games like that, you kind of need someone who's a bit more physical. But yeah, I think there's some games you need Foden in the team. You need Foden in the team, man. Just to as you can't start a fire without a spark in it. So and Phil Foden is the fire. Cherokee as a 10 is a revelation. Yeah, man, he looked quality, but I need to see more from him to make a judgment. So I'm not going to judge Cherokee based on 2 or 3 games. I need to see a bit more consistency because one of the things we judge players, we've been judging players like Doku, Savio, and whatnot. They might have another game then and there, but it's just that consistency that is lacking. Do you know what I mean? Doku game I think was in his debut season. I remember we played. I think we played pretty much the same fixture. I think we played Bournemouth when he had 4 assists at the time. So and then he had 4 assists and a goal in that game, and we praised him to believe him. And and the next game he didn't do much. So yeah, I think we need to see a bit more from Cherky. Because obviously consistency is key if you want to play at the top level. So yeah, we struggle to kill games off when Foden plays as a main creator. Yeah, but Foden's not the problem. Is that Foden's not a playmaker. Cherky is and look at different in chance of creation. Yeah, 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 yeah. I think the difference is Foden is more. Just 1 minute. Yeah, I was saying. I think Foden. I think he's more. He's more he's more experienced. He's been playing in these sides for. He he came in. When did the Foden start playing for the first team? 2016. Yeah, yes, 2016. He made his debut. Um, Yeah, I think he's got more experience, and he kind of knows what the manager wants. So that's why sometimes Foden is the type of player where if he's, let's say, if a team is 2-0, 2-1 up, rather than playing that risk passes, rather than going forward, he would rather just keep the ball and spread it sideways. So just kill the tempo quite a bit and players like Cherky because Jake is like I feel like Jake is sometimes just a player that he doesn't really give a fuck really. Remember, just Kevin De Bruyne, he was just right. I've got the ball. I need to play it forward. But with Foden, he will do that, but most of the time he would just play it safe, just for the sake of it. I think he's learned quite a lot from Ronaldo, to be honest. But yeah, no man, I think when it comes to playmaking, it can be a very good playmaker sometimes. Yeah, but yeah, obviously Cherky from that Bournemouth game, he felt like Cherky's like the type of player. He felt like he understood the assignment, and the assignment was, I've got a striker up front. I need to play with my striker. I need to put that ball to my striker. And that's one thing that Kevin De Bruyne used to do quite a lot. Do you know what I mean? And as soon as KDB had the ball, bang, straight to Haaland. No questions asked. So yeah. But no, I wouldn't be that harsh on Ford. I think he can be a good player sometimes. Yeah. I'll give you one example. The game we lost against Brighton, when Nunes gave away the pen from set piece, Bernardo was marking. To be fair, was that corner or was that corner? Was it a free kick? No, no, no. That was a free kick. Yeah, because that was Kusanov free kick. And yeah, that's very true. Why was Bernardo Silva marking Lewis Dunk? If that was a corner, I kind of get it because obviously corner, your tall players, the most tall players, they do like a zonal marking, and the rest they do more marking because obviously your tall player is the one who's going to be clearing out the ball, so they kind of have to cover that zonal marking. But when it's a free kick, man, it was weird. Maybe we need to sack our set piece coach. Who is it? We need to sack him. I think we messed up Foden position wise and affect Foden confidence. See that there we go again. It's all about Foden confidence with his fan base. He just needs to play football, man, and perform. He's on bro. He is on 250 grand a week. Yeah, these players they receive a pay slip every Thursday, and every Friday they get paid. And his pay slip, yeah, every Thursday it's 250k, £250,000. What more confidence do you need? Do you know what I mean? Brother, forget it. Football is back. Direct football is back. Well, yeah, but he's not going to be playing direct football every game. If you guys remember, even going back to last season, remember when Marmoush made his debut against Chelsea and we were playing transitional football and we looked the same. If you go to the Chelsea game at home last season to this Bournemouth game, we're pretty similar. Yeah, fullbacks going up and down the pitch. Malmuch and Haaland making runs, and we look quite good in transition. Even with Kusanov making that mistake at the start of the game, but overall, he won't play. To be fair, transitional football he works when the team is pressing you, but when you play against low blocks, you can't really play counter attacks, can you? Because the team is not pressing you. 47 is good when we are good. When things are shit, it disappears. Yeah, man. I hear you now. But apart from United last season, not last season, the season before, it was all right when we were shit, to be fair. People say I hate him, but I just think he's not as good as something. I agree on that. He's not as good as this fan base make him out to be fair. Last season was his chance to impress everyone when KDB, Roger, and injured, but yeah, man. He's not that type of player, is he? He's not KDB. Yeah. Yeah, he's not KDB. So now, because they watch the Cherky performing like that, in the against Bournemouth. So now Phil Foden he went from KDB to David Silva. So he's playing the David Silva role. That's just the bullshit these people come up with on Twitter. We need athletic comeback to player on next transfer. Yeah, man. But I don't think Pep like these sort of players too much, especially in the middle of the park. He goes into more technical rather than physical. But the way football is going, we kind of need that. I think that's probably why he wanted Morgan Gibbs White in the summer. Because obviously Morgan Gibbs White, he's very good on the ball. He can pick a pass, but off the ball, he's kind of a dirty bastard, isn't he likes to rattle everyone on the pitch. So that's probably why he wanted them. And also, Morgan Gibbs White is friends with Phil Foden. I think he's friends with Foden, so we need to keep that friendship and give that confidence to Foden. Yeah, but yeah, I think Foden is good enough. Yeah, listen, he's not a bad player, but I don't think he's this um amazing footballer people make him out to be. If in the end, it's just people's opinion. That's just my opinion. Listen, I don't go against people who think Foden is world class. That's their opinion. But in the end, we all watched. I think that's the bit about football. We all watch football different, and we prefer different kind of players. Some people, I myself, I like players who are more of a horse, especially midfield, who like to work hard, tackle, put some tackles in, win duels, win your battles. Do you know what I mean? Bully people on the pitch. Other people, when they watch football, they prefer more technical, lightweight, skillful. Um, Even though all these attributes they're quite good, but at the end of the day, is a sports contact. So when it comes down to midfield, that's why I'm a big fan of Morgan Gibbs White. Should not be like he might not have the PR, but he works really hard. And he runs himself into the ground, as my friend would say. He put his bollocks into the table. So yeah, but yeah, it's just I think it's just preference to be fair. It is just preference. If you look at David Silva, David Silva wasn't a physical player, but you could not get a ball. You could not get a ball from him. Do you know what I mean? He was that talented. He was that good. The way he protected the ball, he was unreal. He's the same with like players like Xavi and Iniesta. They're not physical, but they're really good on the ball. So it was kind of hard for any opposition to get the ball out of them. Do you know what I mean? Foden as a midfielder has more all-around play than Cherky. What do you mean as a midfielder? Is he as a calm or as a central midfielder or as a 10? Because his position keeps changing. And tomorrow we're probably going to hear he's now a right back. Has Foden has 80 experience? Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's why he kind of plays more like Bernardo, doesn't it? To be fair, no one plays like Bernardo. Bernardo is just he does me head in that guy. He's just sideways and backwards. Every time he attempts to play a ball forward, he's just awful, really. Um, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Chaikin doesn't give a fuck, really. If you guys remember, Kevin De Bruyne once said, yeah, he doesn't care whether he puts a wrong pass. He just does it. Just does it. Sometimes he's wet. That's why he said I'd rather have when people say 100% pass completion, you can have 100% pass completion and just pass to the player next to you. But to have 100% pass completion by playing the ball forward, by putting that ball through, it's hard, isn't it? So yeah. I was fine. It was from a free kick that Kusanov, yeah, it was, yeah. It was just see sack the whoever's the coach, man. They're not doing a good job, is it? To be fair, our defending from corners has been quite good. I know we conceded from corners against Bournemouth, but that was the goalkeeper doing a madness, in my opinion. I haven't watched the highlight. I was at the ground, but I didn't really see it because when we kicking off, we scored in the south stand in the first half. So if an opposition scores, which is in an north end, I barely see really. I haven't watched the highlights, but some people say just Donnarumma should have done better. But yeah, it is what it is. Well, yeah, we've been quite good on corners and defensively, not offensively. Offensively, we just can't hit the ball on target. Like we've got players like Diaz, Vardio, Riley, and no one can hit the ball. Scoring the goals from the corner. But I think remember when we had Laporte, and Laporte used to score quite a few headers, didn't it? And he used to do that celebration. I mean, he was quite good on corners, Laporte. Nathan Ake was good. They made too much excuse for him last season. Well, he was sick. I think in the beginning he had a baby. I think he was the first footballer to have the baby. Then he was sick. So this is what it is. Now, listen, let's put the last season behind us. I think we just need to support him this season and see what he can do, man. If he performs, we're gonna give him the flowers. If he doesn't, then you know what time it is. Criticism is gonna come to his way because he's one of the players that needs to step up. Not saying he was world class, but he's close and Foden can be. Yeah, he can be. He's got the ability to do it, man. He's got the ability to do it. He just needs to find that consistency. When he does it, he's going to be unstoppable. Name me one team where Foden doesn't start. Well, quite a lot of teams really. By the way, mental struggles aren't an excuse. They're generally problems. Yeah, they are. They are. People really struggle, to be honest. Yeah, that's why I said let's just forget it. Last season and concentrate this season. Laporte was prime. Yeah, he was, man. He was. Laporte was quite Fernandinho as well. Yeah. Laporte was mad from corners. Can't lie. Ruben Diaz, yeah, Ruben Diaz is a tall guy. When you watch Ruben Diaz going like, you know, when we got like on offensive corners, you watch Ruben Diaz, he's pulling his shorts up, doing that, putting his shorts up. Go in, Haaland, come here, have a little chat with Erling Haaland, and the ball just go past him, and if the ball goes to him, he just heads over the top, and so yeah. But yeah, anyway, I think yeah, we've gone for an hour. Yeah, let's go for another 4 minutes. Yeah, Laporte was unreal, man. Can't lie. We need to play Marmoush tomorrow. He can get back. Yeah, bro. Hear me. I hear you now, man. He needs to be playing more. He needs to be playing. Can't lie. I think when you've got a player like Marmoush, you don't want to keep on a bench and just bring him on or be like the Haaland backup because we might up losing a player like him. That's what happened with Alvarez in the end. Do you know what I mean? Alvarez left because although he played quite a lot of games and for in the row season, but when he came to big games, pardon me, especially Champions League, the manager took him out of the team. He was just playing with one striker. So listen, if you got players like that, like players like Marmoush and Alvarez, you've got to find a way to play them too. You just have to find a way because if you treat like I think because Marmoush is on them to 95 grand a week. No, he's earning good money, but in the end, it's all about playing football. So if he's seen like he's been treated as a squad player for 2 seasons, like Alvarez did, he might just get asked to go. They'll ask to leave really. So yeah, we need to find a way, man. Listen, the manager get paid a lot of money to find a way to integrate Marmush into this team. If we are not playing with the wingers, although some games we played with wingers, but if we are going to if we are approaching games playing transitional football, and we asking players like Doku to go inside, I would rather have Marmoush in there than Doku because at least I know Marmoush will be closer to scoring a goal than Doku. Because let's face it, Doku is not that good when he's got the ball in the middle of the park because it doesn't matter where he gets the ball across the football pitch. He thinks he's in the touch line. Yeah, remember that? I think was it Everton? Everton or Burnley? We were in the counter. Yeah, I think it was Everton or Burnley. I can't remember. I think it was Everton. So we were in the counter. Yeah, and no, it was Burnley because they start both wingers start. So we were in the counter. Reinders released the ball to Doku, and Doku was literally in the middle. Haaland was making the run out. It was trying to go out wide, and there was Savio trying to catch up with them. And Doku literally, yeah, tried to take a man on from there in the middle. Brother, he done that. Do you know that skill? He does it with his leg, like he's been electrocuted. And he done it. I was like, yo, you're in the middle of the park. You don't need to do that. All you need to do, yeah, time your run. And then when the right moment comes in, when you see your striker is getting that run in between, like getting that run around the defender, is when you put that pass in between the lines. He's trying to dribble. Do you know what I mean? Brother, that's what I'm saying. Brain cells. Nothing in that. So yeah, if we playing the wingers, if we're asking the wingers to go inside, and we asking the fullbacks like Riley and Nunes to go to hold the width and put some crosses in, I'd rather have Mamouche in the team. And whoever is the midfield, if you want to play Cherky on forward and whatever, you play them. But play Mamouche. Do you know what I mean? Brother, he's too good to be on the bench. And he's too good to play less minutes than Oscar Bob. How does he make sense? Do you know what I mean? we should be just have this more than our attack. Do you want to see Vard as a left back? No, man, he's crap a left back. He can't defend. He's good going forward. Don't get me wrong. He scored quite a lot of goals, and he goes forward. But when it comes down to defending, he's pretty crap. To be fair, a left back. He's 1v1 defending when he's a left back. He's awful, absolutely awful. Guardiola. He remember there was a game last season. I think it was Forest away. Yeah. Was it Forest? Yeah, Forest. Morgan Gibbs White gets the ball. He lays off to Oxen-Odoi on the wing, and Oxen-Odoi was literally from the wing, and Josko Vardy was trying to press him. He backed it off, and allowed Oxen-Odoi to get into the box. From the wing, he was backing off and allowing the winger to get into a box. And Oxen-Odoi was just going straight, going on the outright, and bang, first and the first post. Ederson couldn't do it. Ederson couldn't make any. It's like he was relying on Ederson to make any save. Ederson's not going to make any save. You know what time it is with Ederson. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he's 1v1 defending. It's awful. That's why when we played Liverpool last season, Liverpool way, the manager preferred to play a half-fit Josko Vardy against Mo Salah at Anfield than a half-fit Ake than Josko Vardy as that left back position. You know what I mean? Because listen, his best position is a right back. Don't play him as a left back. He can't defend, man, when he plays there. I wish Haaland. Yeah, man. Listen, Mamouche and Haaland is got to be the way to go. Was the main man before? Yeah, but the difference is, yeah, you don't need to. Mamouche is not an out-and-out striker. Erling Haaland is. Mamouche can play anywhere across that front line. Because if you remember when we went to Arsenal away last season, Mamouche was playing as a left eight. Savi was on the wing, was on the left wing. Mamouche left eight, Bernardo out wide, then Foden in the middle. That was how they were playing. So You don't need to play him out much as a striker to get him into this team, really. But the reason is Alvarez left because he was playing behind the strike as a midfield. Yeah. And then when the big games came and he was scoring goals, let's face it, Alvarez was scoring from free kicks, putting some decent corners in. Yeah. And when the big games came, he was on the bench. Do you know what I mean? And players like Bernardo dropping stinkers were playing football, was playing in the team 90 minutes every week. Do you know what I mean? The fact that that year, do you remember when we got knocked out by Real Madrid at home on penalties? Yeah, Alvarez shouldn't be on the bench for that long. Second half, Alvarez should be straight in because we needed a goal. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he looks much better. Yeah, I agree. I agree. He looks much better right wing because the reason is when he plays a right wing, he doesn't need to think too much. Yeah, and if he is to cross the ball, he's going to be crossing on his strong foot rather than keep going inside, going a byline and cross it with his left. That's why every time he crosses with his lefty, the cross is just awful. Well, apart from the one against Aston Villa with my guy Nunes and the back post. Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, I think he's a right winger, man. Doc is like an attacker. He's not taking the piss. I can't lie. This chat, man. This chat is taking the piss. It, uh, one say Doc is like an attacker in FIFA, full of glitch pants. Somehow gets the ball forward. uh, nah, man. Our wingers are so average. We need an upgrade. All of them, bro. All of them. Can you imagine? Yeah, people are saying this is bloody Oscar Bob first season. Oscar Bob has been here for 3 years, man. What do you mean first season? Are you saying that the goal he scored against Newcastle on the 4 in a row doesn't count? Hmm? Because if it does, that was his first season, isn't it? The guy's played 8 games, no goals, no assist, not even. I can't even remember that him having a shot on target. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I don't think he did good enough really. Yeah, well, Rico Lewis can't be loaned out because you guys just gave him a new deal with an upgrade wages. Because let's face it, see that's where I found that decision to renew Rico Lewis a bit questionable because I think listen, I get it because the manager thinks like he can be a player that he can utilize and maybe he's part of his plan in certain games. But the problem is, uh, Rico Lewis plays. When he plays for this team. He plays as right back, and he plays as a midfielder sometimes. The fan base doesn't trust Rico Lewis to play right back. Let's face it, he's not good enough to play right back. So it's a position that he cannot play. And in midfield, he's not strong enough to play there, and he's not ahead of the midfielders that we have. He's not ahead of Foden. He's not ahead of Bernardo Silva. He's not ahead of Reinders, Cherky, Nico G, Kovacic, or even Roger. So these are already you've got 7 players that are already ahead of him. So if you've got a player that cannot play right back and there's quite a lot of players ahead of him in midfield, why are you keeping him? Cash in. It's a profit because you're making a profit because he's academy player. It costs nothing. Do you know what I mean? Bob, well, with Bob, it's quite different because Oscar Bob had a year out. So his breakout season was in 23-24. Then 24-25, he was out for the entire season. And then this season, we kind of felt like, right, let's give Oscar Bob a chance to see what he's capable of doing. Obviously, he's not performing, then we kind of need to make a decision. But in the end, um, yeah, I just don't think Oscar Bob is good enough, in my opinion. I mean, it's got all them flicks and tricks and stepovers, which is okay. But at the end of the day, if we're judging Doku on his end product, not scoring enough goals or putting in decent crosses in there, Savio not scoring enough goals or providing enough assists, then same principle has to apply to Oscar Bob, really, because he's a tricky player, but he doesn't score goals. He doesn't provide assists. It doesn't have even shots on target sometimes. So what's the point in it? And if you wanna if you wanna get to your get yourself to that top level where we were, then you kind of know you need better players than Oscar Bob. Let's face it, because you didn't go from Grealish, Bernardo, Mahrez, Sterling to end up with Bob, Savio, and Doku. Let's face it, that's not our standards, man. Yeah, we need better. Pep still has in mind that Grealish Bernardo treble season. Yeah, yeah. I would take Jack. Yeah, I think nah, that treble season was special, man. It was just special. Yeah, I saw the quotes, man. I saw it. I saw it, bro. None of the white players are good enough. I agree. I agree. They awful, bro. Keep meeting players by selling Palmer and Alvarez. Yeah, yeah. And to be fair, the thing with Palmer, yeah, Palmer because Palmer wanted to go on loan, but the club wanted to sell him because they found I think with Chelsea had a red. I think Chelsea had um work out a deal with City 45 mil, 40 million, whatever we got from him. But I think the club at the time, Cheeky thought that it's a decent money for him. We might not get that next season if he doesn't do well on loan. Because Palmer said that he only wanted to go on loan. He didn't want to leave Manchester City. Yeah, man. We probably I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, can you imagine? Yeah, a team with Palmer and Cherky in the same team. Jesus, like Palmer on the right, Cherky in the middle, and then Foden somewhere. DM or whatever he plays these days, and Marmoush and Haaland. That'll be a nightmare, isn't it? Give them time. They're young. They're only 21. Just back them. Give them a season. Remember Maris. Maris took his season. Maris first season he wasn't good. His second season is when he start delivering. Well, it's either second season. When is he gonna deliver? Do you know what I mean? Remember Sane first season wasn't good. It's people, man. Sane wasn't good in his first season, but we could see that the guy would have been a good player in his second season. That was in the Centurion. The guy just went from a different level. But with players like this is Doku's third season. Tell me something different that you've seen from Doku this season that you haven't seen in previous seasons. Yeah, because in fact, I was talking to my mate Elliot this morning. Pick up Elliot. He's traveling. He's going on holiday. He's going on holiday. The guy. So I was looking at Doku's stats this season. So he scored two. Right. I was making a comparison from this time around this time in previous seasons. So in his debut season, he scored around this time in November, beginning of November, um, or 4th of November. He scored 3 goals and had 6 assists. And 4 of those assists came from the Bournemouth game, which we played exactly the same time in his debut season. In fact, we've been playing Bournemouth exactly the same time in the past 3 seasons. November, first game of November. Then so in his debut season, he had 3 goals and 6 assists. 4 assists came from Bournemouth. And in last season, he had 2 goals and 2 assists. So this season, 2 goals, 3 assists, pretty much the same stats. So what's the difference, really? Because apparently this is the new season. He went to Ghana, got dunked into a pool, got baptized and whatnot, spoke to his pastor in there, yeah, did all the rituals, got the monkeys out, the giraffe, done all the rituals in there, got baptized, travelled to the UK, yeah, put a post out. You haven't seen the best of me yet, like Raheem Sterling, yeah, played well for a couple of games, and he's just been the same Docker we've seen from previous season. What's changed? You know what I mean? He's his 3rd season. Listen, we gave him time. Yeah, at the top club, you get 2 seasons to show what you're good, whether you're good or not. This is his 3rd season. He needs to produce. If he doesn't produce, then he needs to go. Simple as that. But plays shot football, man. Yeah. Well, give him time. He's young. He's from academy. Let's protect our academy. Rodri, Nico, Che, he followed them and wishing behind. Yeah, man, that's the way to go. But do you know this comment? Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be seeing Rodri and Nico that much because Pep last press conference, the press conference before, he said that he prefers to play only with one holder midfielder and have 2 creative players up front because he said if he plays, he said that if he plays 2 defensive midfielders, takes the creativity up front, really. But when you think about that, Roger is proper creative player. Roger is probably one of our most creative midfielder, really, when you think about that. So if you can get Roger and Nico in that team, and then Nico just going to be the guy that do the dirty work and just Rodri play a bit further up front and take the burner off Rodri when it comes to the defensive side. I think it's going to help, man, because every time you play Rodri by himself or Nico G, these players they're doing double shift because Foden can't defend and Bernardo Silva just running around. Most of the time he's out position because it's everywhere, isn't it? Apart from being in his position, really. All I'm gonna say, if United kept Anthony, we would have never got Mbuemo. They would never get Mbuemo. Think about that. Yeah. And how long did Anthony stay there for? They gave Anthony 2 seasons, then they got rid of him. Why are we giving? But now, this is the 3rd season, and people still saying give him time. This is Savio's 2nd season. He needs to show. Or then, if he doesn't, then he can send him back to Spain. Really. They should have taken the money from Savio. We did it backwards. Yeah, what I hear you on that. Sod Palmer kept Savio's mentor. There were 2 different seasons. Palmer went on the 4 in a row season. Savio came in after. Savio came in last season. So there's 2 different seasons, man. Big up. I'm going live now. Yeah, big up Luca, man. Yeah. Subscribe to Luca Talks Don, man. Yeah, I'm gonna end up the stream soon. I'm just gonna finish a few more comments. But has he didn't call up Savo again? Well, has he ever been called up for Brazil? That's a question. Every time Palmer from Chelsea, it kills me. Stephanie Prescott. I know. Yeah. He's world class, but I agree Foden is better. Nah, I hear you now. Yeah. Honestly, I don't hate Dr. Bob Savage. It's our boy. Yeah, I think I think they look at their age, and their ability, and they think, oh, they might end up being good one day. But Anyway, yeah, big up everyone. I'm starving, man. I'm starving. Thanks everyone to join us. Yeah, that was a great chat. I think we're gonna be just doing this sort of stream more often. Do you know what I mean? We just talk to each other. Might just do a bit of like press conference reaction and just stay for an hour just chatting and just waffling really. Yeah, man. It's a big game. It's a big game tonight. I think at PSG buying. It's going to be quite interesting to see what Vincent Company does against a decent opposition because he's been getting way too hyped up by City fan base. I don't really rate Company that much. I don't think he's defensively his teams are very good, but we'll see. See today it's against PSG. It's away at PSG. It should be a very interesting game. But yeah, man, big up everyone. Hit the likes. Let's help Patrick and the channels to grow. And I think there'll be another live today. Let's just double check the time. There's another live today. I think they're going to be doing um I think they're going to be doing like thing expectation. In fact, yeah, fuck this, yeah. Let's do it. Let's stay for another 10 minutes. Yeah, let's do it. A and what is it called? Uh, starting 11. Yeah. Uh, let's do a lineup. What you guys thinking we should line up? Yeah, I'll go for another 10 minutes. Fuck this crap. Yeah. I've got that thing in here. It's called what? Why is it? Oh, yeah. Right. Um. Do we play 4-1-3? Yeah. Right. Let's just 1 second. Let me share that. Right. Let's do it. Alright. Let's do it. A line up for tomorrow. What do you guys think? Who should start? Yeah. Let's go and go. Shall we start Trafford or the Big Don? Uh, what do you guys think? Who should start in goal? Do we give Donnarumma? Uh, does Donnarumma keep his space, or we give Trafford a Champions League debut? I'm okay. I'm okay. Anyways, I think that's. Do we start Donnarumma Trafford Champions League debut at home, Dortmund, or maybe after we qualify, we can give Trafford the Champions League debut? Yeah, let's keep Donnarumma, man. He's the big man. He's the big man. Champions League night is built for him. Back for we got Nunes, aren't we? We got Nunes. Yeah, he's Gaffer Nunes. I call him. Need to actually, yeah, need to edit his name. Yeah, I'm gonna edit to Gaffer Nunes. Yeah, okay, big man, Gaffer Nunes in there. Yeah, best right back we've ever had. All right, centre backs. Who we got centre back? So we just keep it out Diaz and Vardy. I think John Stones might start because Pep Guardiola likes Johnson has been starting all the games in the Champions League, hasn't it? What would you reckon? Shall we start Diaz and Vardy? Wait a minute. Diaz and Stones? Really? 2025? You're still starting Diaz and Stones? Okay. Stop hating online, say Stones. Diaz and Stones. Yeah, cool. Left back. We've got Ake, Nore, and O'Reilly. Would you want to start? Let me just get in. Where's me from? Just 1 minute. Just drop your left back in the section. I'll come back in a minute. Ignore it. You really? Do you want to give O'Reilly a rest for Liverpool? That's good. What about Nathan Ake? Nathan Ake's a decent player. Has anyone had enough of Nathan Ake? I think Nathan Ake might get a start. Dortmund are not that attacking. Oh, who are they? Who plays at Who are the wingers? Who are Dortmund wingers? Yeah, that guy's good though. He's good. Yeah. I hear you now. I ain't no worry, but yeah. Look at the back line. I know Nunes is decent, but look at them two. Like Stones and ain't no it really. Don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah. Well, DM. Well, Nico G can't miss out, can he? I don't know. I would start Rodri. Do you know? I would go for Rodri. Can't lie. Give him Rodri first start. Yeah, I would go Rodri. Yeah. Yeah, I would go Rodri. Next to Rodri, that let's put our star boy because he's a box to box midfielder. He's everywhere. He plays everywhere. Star boy. Let's star boy. Let's edit his name. Star boy. Nah, what do you mean save him? He needs to play, man. You can't just throw him against Liverpool. He needs to get some minutes under his belt. Yeah, star boy. Rodri, check it. We all agree check needs to play. Right, front three, but there's only one that's guaranteed a start, and that's Erling, Haaland. Right, these two. Yeah. Who do you want again between them two? Let me know. Do you go with the Savio and Doku? Oh, do you get Marmoush into this team? Yeah. We need big Omar. We need to be the big Omar there, man. Marmoush. Yeah. And then in there, who plays in the right wing? Who plays in the right wing? I think he will play. I think he will play Speedboat, man. Right. His name is not Doku. His name now is Speedboat. That's his name. All he does is run. He just runs, and doesn't do fuck all really. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. I think we can cook. You know, like if you can play like that, you obviously you can do this madness like Pep does. Yeah, right. You can do this madness. Yeah, and obviously you've got players like Foden and whatnot. Do you know what I mean? Like Speedboat there, and because it ain't no it's going to be going up and down the pitch whatsoever. You can all this for all the tacticians and football experts. I see that keep saying Foden needs to be central, occupy the central space. Fuck off. Just fuck off. You like to make a lot of shit up on the same football. Just say he needs to play football, innit? Yeah. Yeah, man. I think if we can get that, yeah, I think you can cook, man. Yeah. Doku, his job is just to cross the ball for Erling Haaland Marmoush. Check it. Play with Haaland Marmoush and we play. Now, this is the lineup we want, yeah. But like now we're gonna play the lineup with Pep likes, yeah. That's the lineup he likes, yeah. Lewis, he likes Lewis. Rico, he called him Rico. Rico is the smartest players I've ever worked with. He's so smart. Oh my god, he get into this pockets. Pep, shut up. He chat a lot of shit. Pep, sometimes I can't lie. And then obviously Pep doesn't like Marmoush too much. He likes Savio. He likes Savio. He likes Savio. And he doesn't like he doesn't like Cherky as much as he's like his captain. So I was about I was about to search captain. Bernard. I was searching captain. Let's say his name. I call him the captain. 300k captain. So you got a midfielder Rodri, Starboy, and the 300k week captain. Then Speedboat. This Savio guy, yeah. Forget Savio. Forget him. That's the wrong picture. That's him. Okay, he's smile. Nice smile. His name now is Bolivian. This guy, yeah. We need to check his passport. This guy is not Brazilian. I think he's like Peruvian or like from Bolivia, Peru or Bolivian. Do you know what I mean? He's got nothing that says he's Brazilian. Nothing, man. Not even his haircut. Do you know what I mean? Right, Rico Lewis. His name is the smartest player. Because Pepe keeps saying he's the smartest player he's ever worked with. Do you know what I mean? So that's going to be Pep's lineup. You know, he's mental, yeah. But obviously, yeah. Listen, I think the guys are going to do the lineup show later on. But yeah, we're gonna let's make sure you tune in and give the guys a support, man. Thanks to everyone. Thanks you all up for showing up, man. We're gonna do this show regular, yeah. Just react to press conference and a lot of waffle, on social media, and yeah, man, and just have a chat really. Do you know what we can do as well? Yeah, we're gonna start going through some funny tweets from the fan base, you know, because this fan base just chat a lot of rubbish. They tweet a lot of rubbish. Yeah, we're gonna go through to them, like, you know what I mean? The most nonsense tweets ever. I'm gonna start bookmarking them, just bookmark every single one of them. And if you guys got any, just send my way, innit? Yeah, drop me a. I think if you hasn't follow me on X, I think what's my name on X? I don't even know. Yeah, my name on X is MJ at 104. Is it? Yeah, MJ 104. Drop me a follow. Yeah, if you've got any odd tweet or any odd post from Man City fan base, yeah, do not during the press conference show. We might just react to what this fan base is waffling. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, big up everyone. Yeah, stay safe and enjoy the match today. Yeah, take care. See you soon.